Colorado, Washington, Florida, California, along with 25 more states have legalized marijuana. Voters believe that marijuana has medical benefits. Decriminalization would free up tax dollars that we pay for the jails and the prisons, and marijuana would bring us tax revenue. Mountains of scientific evidence about marijuana has stated that marijuana is a safe medicine for people suffering from medical conditions. Billions of dollars a year goes to state-funded and federal-funded jails and prisons. Thousands of that money are for incarcerations that include pot. Canada is the first G7 nation to legalize marijuana. They became a multi-million-dollar industry, and with a tax haul of $400 million on weed. Marijuana should be legalized in Texas because it has medical benefits, would free up space in the state-funded jails, and Texas would gain tax revenue. Lady ferns, burdocks, are some of the FDA-approved natural plants that we use to make medicines. FDA has also approved Vicodin, Xanax, and Valium, which are not natural by any means and are made scientifically using chemicals. They've also only been around for a few decades. Not a lot of studies have been done on them, besides studies that have been done on animals. Native Americans used to soak the seeds, which would be ingested and then would relieve gas. They would also smoke marijuana for psychological reasons, anxiety, PTSD, and some of them thought they were religious reasons as well. Cannabis is less addictive than caffeine, alcohol, OxyContin, and nicotine. OxyContin is one of our world-leading FDA painkillers that has been approved. OxyContin, Xanax, morphine, and Valium, they all were created to help things like chronic pain, anxiety, arthritis, migraines, muscle spasms, and insomnia. The side effects include constipation, loss of sex drive, rash, drooling, ringing of the ears, and liver failure. Marijuana is all natural, has been around for thousands of years. The side effects that we know of include dry mouth, red eyes, increased appetite, nausea relief, which both would be very good for a cancer patient with going chemo, and also enhanced mood, which would help with anxiety and depression. You cannot overdose on marijuana like you can on other drugs like Vicodin, Valium, morphine. Wouldn't you want our state to look into alternative ways for more natural medicines instead of drugging up all of our children with chemicals? America has the biggest prison population, with more than 2 million people in prison. 755,000 of the people in prison are marijuana arrests. Marijuana is a low-level drug violation that technically should just kind of be a slap on the hand. Peter Zantel stated that states pay $50 billion a year for prisons and jails to stay open. Money goes to security, shelter, food, which is breakfast, lunch, and dinner, hygiene, salary, and necessities and utilities for the prisoners. In April of 2017, the FDA accepted public feedback about removing the cannabis from the federal government list of banned substances. If we were to ban these, we would be able to release some of the people out of the prisons that have been incarcerated for such a low-level crime, and we'd be paying less money to these jails and prisons, would free up some of our tax dollars for other things. Why would Texas not want to pay less for people being punished? Texas is continuing to grow. People are coming from all over the nation to live in Texas, mainly because Texas don't have state taxes. But we really do need more revenue coming into Texas. $4.7 billion of tax revenue came in from San Francisco from recreational and medical marijuana taxes. That's how much money they made. That is only one city. The whole state of California made $34 million in 3 months. That's estimated that they'll make $30 billion within 1 year. That's California. Texas is bigger than California. In 1956 was the actual date that marijuana became illegal. The reason it became illegal is because there were illegal immigrants who were coming to Texas, coming to the United States. They were growing marijuana illegally, selling it illegally, so then we weren't able to actually take our taxes on it. Because in 1937, marijuana was made illegal. However, if you paid $1 worth of taxes on it, it wasn't illegal. Marijuana has been around since 6000 BC for medical purposes. In 1956, marijuana was become illegal in efforts. 500,000 people are incarcerated for low-level drug charges. Why are we charging them? Why won't we take them out of the jails, regulate it, and tax them? Marijuana should be legalized in Texas because it has medical benefits. Would free up our space in state and federal jails, and Texas would gain tax revenue.